this is why it obviously becomes a problem with, and again, Barack Ravid is a Zio-Nazi, as are plenty of them. And this is from Axios, but Trump is trying to do some type of a deal here with Iran. And there are obviously many questions that are going to be left to be answered. But according to the reactions from the Zio-Nazis, it does not look good for them at the moment. I think we would fully expect them to break this deal up as fast as possible. Some type of a false things. Colin, if you would. Okay. The U.S.-Iran deal was signed electronically on Sunday by President Trump, VP Vance, an Iranian parliamentary speaker, Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf. Senior administration officials told reporters on Monday. Are we getting
paywalled
again?
All right. Well, I'm happy to talk about the fake deal.
Sure.
Without an article. I feel I've been watching enough information to discuss it without an article. Ron, you?
I think it's the best deal ever. He fucking nailed it.
Well, listen, I only do great deals.
Genius.
Perfect deals.
We're paying how many billions to open a thing that we closed? It's
25 billion is the number that I heard.
Way to go, United States. Brilliant.
But the caucasity of it was the way he announced, like, I hereby declare this straight open. Right? Like it's a level of, it's a delusion. I think, this is my theory, Ron, tell me what you think. I think that his advisors, his staff have been like doing maybe like sock puppet conversations with him, and he thinks that he's having negotiations with people in Iran. I don't know, but I know from people like Professor Morandi that he's not speaking with the Iranians. They're not speaking with us. They're not even talking, as far as I know, with the Pakistanis anymore. So I don't know who Trump thinks he's talking with. So that's why my theory is sock puppets. You?
I think it's close to that. I think it's more like other people are in the room deliberating and he's just sort of talking to himself, more or less. Like he'll kind of pipe in with something like vaguely nonsensical, because like joking aside, I have heard from people who had like exposure to the real guy, and this is before, like, this was years ago. And I think he's senile now. Like, I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know if it's dementia or what it is, but I think it's like his mind is gone. But like they would say he was just so, like, just such a narcissistic, strange guy. Like, he would just be sitting in a room and he'd be like, book's number one. And they'd be like, what, Donald? And he'd be like, my book's number one. And somebody would like kind of look it up at the, no, none of his books were number one on anything, but he was just looking at something and declared his book number one.
That's the art of the deal.
Yeah. So I think it's like one of those things. Like, he's just sort of physically present in a room, mentally, who knows where. And he's being somewhat weekend at Bernied by his people. And that's about it. I mean, I think he's just completely done. Every time there's speculation that he shit himself, I believe all of it. He has shit himself every single time. And he's fallen asleep every single time too.
No argument from me. But as I've mentioned, the Zio-Nazis are definitely not happy. Now, I've seen this lady, Samantha Edis, a handful of times before. She's another one of these very proud, Ashkenazi, privileged Zionist Jewish women. I think she's in Beverly Hills, actually, if I remember correctly. So her opinion matters very much. But I think it's a microcosm of the mindset of the average privileged Zionist in the United States when it comes to any of these issues that does not go fully in the direction of what Israel wants. And so this is how a collective Zionist has responded to the idea that the United States is going to broker a deal with Iran that favors Iran not just a deal with them, but a deal that is advantageous.
Oh,
to
it
them.
already will. Yes. That's
What we're about to see is positively shameful. Stanford University Commencement 2026. The commencement speaker is CEO of Google, Sundar Pichai. He's Indian, not Jewish, but he could not avoid Students for Justice in Palestine, who walked out as his speech was beginning to protest him speaking because of Google's involvement with Israel. Now, if you've been on the sidelines and you haven't been paying attention because what's happening on college campuses doesn't affect you, your family is not Jewish, this does affect you. The Jews are the canaries in the coal mine, and this is now happening on college campuses across America. They are brainwashed by a foreign ideology that is motivated by jihadism.
Yes. Wait. She's right. There are all these people motivated by a foreign ideology that is like jihadism, except it's Zionism. She's exactly right. It's just the other people. It's amazing.
Yeah. And so when at Stanford,
I like how she's making it out like they're these violent extremists, and then even in their own propaganda, there's a sign that says "Cease genocide."
Yeah,
that violent extremist idea of not having a genocide.
Now, one of the reasons why, and this was something that was in the article that unfortunately we got paywalled on, but I thought was very important to bring up. One of the conditions, and this is one of the reasons why, again, this lady goes into like a very long, extended rant, if you will. And from this story and from the deal, one of the most important aspects of the Iran deal involves ending the violence in southern Lebanon. And that has already been made very clear by Netanyahu and his people that they are not only not going to agree to those terms, they've already started carpet bombing southern Lebanon again within the last several hours. So how could there ever be any type of peace as long as Israel is in our midst? I don't see how it's possible. And I would like to think that everybody else who is collectively waking up to this reality, and like I said, I single out this woman because she is the embodiment of what the average Zionist is like.
Who is she, by the way? Do we know? Like, is she?
We've covered her. She's a horsey face. We covered this one before. Horsey face. Agreed, Lila. I'm Yisrael cry, bitch.
Yeah. All right, let's finish out what the cry bully has to say.
Have to wake up to this. Brainwashed children at our universities. Take a look for yourself.
I must warn you all, this is only the second commencement speech I've ever given. The first was literally in my backyard. It was the spring of...
Dude, don't threaten us with a good time.
He's still going. He's just babbling about bullshit. Side note, I think one of the changes we might be seeing in the tech space, not like immediate, but like in the next maybe few years, I think Google's gonna be knocked down quite a few pegs. I think Google's gonna have their AOL moment or their MySpace moment.
Good.
Yeah, well, I think it's gonna happen. I mean, well, the stuff that's the stuff that's gonna be cemented in place isn't much better, but yeah, it's still, still a win to some degree. But I think that a while ago, and More Perfect Union did a really good video on this. So if you want a deeper dive, watch that, which is a much more thorough explanation than the cliff notes I'm going to spew out here. But Google had a big meeting, and it was all the higher ups, and it was people in development, and of course all, the capitalists and the boardroom folks and the shareholders, et cetera, et cetera. And they were talking about, the Google like search results and the Gemini and all that stuff. And Google had to ask the question, do we want the best product possible, or do we want to make as much money as possible? Because they had to come to grips with the fact that one of the ways they make their money is by people staying on Google. So if the search results are too good, if somebody finds the flight they're looking for or the information they're looking for too quickly, it hurts Google's bottom line. So they had to decide, well, do we want to just make as much money as possible, or do we want to make the best product possible? Do we want to embrace this new technology? The capitalists won out. And so Google kind of that's why, I mean, by the way, whenever you Google something and you get that like quick Gemini search result, double check that shit because it's not great. So they won out. So Google has like just sort of phoned in their product, whereas like other entities are not doing that right now. So I have a feeling, and you're already seeing that just in our common vernacular. Like it's not common for somebody, instead of saying I Googled it, oh, I asked Chat GPT. You know, like just in like normie conversation. I'm not necessarily advocating for Chat GPT. I mean, again, there aren't really any good guys here, but I'm just saying I think that is going to happen.
I agree. And I also think that the change is inevitable. It just depends on how much, I mean, I don't want to use the word casualties, but that doesn't necessarily have to mean death, but there are going to be various forms of casualties along the way, because change does not come easy. And this particular cause is going to go kicking and screaming. I think that Trump is definitely blackmailed, as are a lot of other people. I've also had enough experience on the Hill to know that they spend a lot of money lobbying the shit out of every federal representative that they can every day. And they're going to continue to spend money. They've been very clear that, and this is also why the Zionist cause is going to die. And the state of Israel likely will as well. They don't know any other way. They only know money and power. It's all they've ever understood. They know that their PR is terrible, but rather than change their strategy, change their ideology, they would rather just bribe, threaten, rinse and repeat. That's all they've got. And look, Lincoln had a lot of great sayings, but to me, his greatest saying was always, you can fool some of the people all the time. You can fool all the people some of the time. You can't fool all of the people all of the time. And we are in that phase now where we have seen this movie one too many times. We know who all the bit players are. We already know how it's going to end. But we have a chance to change that ending. We've now been given the opportunity to write our own ending, kind of like a script. And when you're given that chance, you don't want to miss it, because I would say under different economic circumstances, maybe that wouldn't be the case. But we are in dire straits here in this country. So I think, like any other situation, if you're going to have some type of a revolutionary moment, it's going to come because too much of the population has suffered as a result of this economy. And just the whole symbolism of Elon becoming a trillionaire, even if it's on paper, just the symbol of that represents a system that has reached the point of no return. Now, how it unfolds from here, I don't know. I don't trust Trump as far as I can throw him, and I don't trust this agreement for however long it may last, because it won't.
What agreement? What agreement are we talking about?
Open the strait.
That's not an agreement. The strait was never closed.
Open the strait to the United States.
Yeah, but again, it didn't need. Yeah, what Ron said before about that, like seriously ridiculous. Yeah, great. He declares open something that was not closed. That's fascinating. Okay, onward.
With that said, you do have a movie. We want to
Speaking of what got us into this mess, the Wall Street machine. See, we can bring it full circle. But yeah, I mean, dude, absolutely. And look, simple math, y'all. These things last about 250 years.
We are
coming up on 250. The United States as we know it, it's coming up on 250. So we're not going to be any different. It's all about what's the fall going to look like.
The amazing thing is that we had an opportunity to probably extend it at least one more generation if Bernie got in 2016. It would have delayed the inevitable, but at least it would have given us maybe a softer landing place. Now
I think it could have. Yeah, I think in a best case scenario, it would have given us that softer landing. It would have sort of like given us it would have given us like the parachute.
Mhm.
instead of just the plane crashing.
Now it's just
Now it's just the plane's going to crash.
as Jenk likes to say, brace for impact, because you're going to need to. Here is left at wall.
So you must want to talk about something if you came all the way here. What's up?
I'm gonna propose.
No way. Certainly don't think of it as something where you kind of have to outdo what Tiffany and I did. We had such a big wedding because it means nothing to us. You know, her family has money, I have a ton of money.
Don, can we not talk about money right now?
Well, why else are you telling me this?
Because you're my brother. So, I'm a writer. My brother Don is on Wall Street. They basically created a casino out of our economy.
No, we're short selling the stock, which is financial jargon for, you probably wouldn't understand.
You know, I bet I would.
It's just you guys are so hard on each other.
What the hell do you mean you don't know how to make an old fashioned? How about this? Let me behind the bar, I'll make the old fashioned myself.
Give me a break.
What's his name again?
Eddie Pepitone.
Eddie. Oh, he's such a good. I love
Yeah,
him.
Eddie's great, man. He's hilarious in it. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Eddie's great.
Uh-huh.
He
Not
plays
the
the
only
bartender.
person. Yeah, not the only person that Jimmy doesn't have anymore that he should. You, Pepitone, Pepe's. Oh man, I love that guy. Great.
Pal, does this place look like we make old fashions?
I just can't do this anymore. I think we need a break.
What?
So there I was. No girlfriend, no work, no agent. Was this rock bottom?
And that's when I got an idea.
Dude, Game Bites. We all need to buy shares of it.
I lost a lot because of these idiot hackers.
Well, they're not hackers, but... This isn't about you, Don. This is bigger. This is about sticking up to this corrupt system and actually fighting back for once.
Oh, shut up, John.
All right, so you have to tell me how many takes did you have to do for that scene just now?
Oh, the
This isn't about you. I'm telling you. I
yeah,
can see where you.
this is
were like,
bigger. Yeah. It took us a couple. The funny part about that scene, like we really did shoot it, like just at like it was actually at our production assistant's house. Like she just let us use our house for that. So we literally were like in a yard, like shooting these scenes that were an intense argument between two feuding brothers. And at one point in a take, somebody yelled, because I don't think they realized what was going on, that we were shooting a movie or whatever. And they were
I
just
was going
like,
to put that up. It's an important question.
oh, I'll answer it. Yeah, like somebody just yelled out. They were like, shut the fuck up. No one cares. Because I think they thought the fighting was real. And yeah, we were going to try to do that as like an outtake type thing, but I don't think we found it in post. I do not enjoy pineapple on pizza. I think people can do whatever they want. I don't judge anybody else, but I think that pineapple is actually my favorite fruit. I freaking love it, but it doesn't belong on pizza.